Next is me. As I said, I have pieces in every one of our anthologies, and this one actually made its debut at my church's Maundy Sunday service on April 17th, 2025. I had no idea what Maundy Thursday was. I had to ask the pastor. He said that's to commemorate the Last Supper. And as part of our service, he enlisted the men in our men's group to volunteer to give a brief message on one of Jesus's last words on the cross. And I jumped right in and I chose, my God, why have you forsaken me?" And I read it at the service, and it was very well received, and maybe you will be well receiving of it too. "Now from the 6th hour, darkness fell upon all the land until the 9th hour. And about the 9th hour, Jesus cried out with a loud voice, saying, Eli, Eli, lama sabachthani. Yeah, that is, my God, why have you forsaken me?" Why would he ask that? This was the moment he knew would come. He set his face like flint towards it and would not be deterred. He verbally backhanded Peter when he said it would never happen, and told his disciples to deny themselves and take up the cross just as he would. The sermons, the healings, the feedings, all those were behind him. The time had come for him to drink the cup set before him down to the last bitter dreg. It would not pass from him. God's will be done. And he asked God why he had forsaken him? The desertion by his disciples, the accusations, the false witnesses, the beatings, the mockeries, the crown of thorns, the rejection from the very people he ministered to, the nailing of his hands and feet, the raising up of the cross, he endured it all. And beyond all that, being made sin for every man, woman, and child ever born or ever to be born. He could have stopped it at any time. More than 12 legions of angels could have come to his rescue. Then they would have known he was the Messiah. He could have brought the entire world to his knees. But that didn't happen. He endured it all. The torment and abandonment. God fully realized what it meant to be man. Why would he ask that? So that you and I wouldn't have to. Okay. I'm sorry the alarm on my phone went off if you heard it. I forgot to turn it off. But anyway, moving on. Ed Culkins. All hail the Steward of Tara.
I've got a very loud voice, so I'm going to stand back a little bit from the mic. Let me know if you don't hear me, okay? So, my name is Ed Calkins, but I'm more of a character than I'll ever be an author. To explain, our arch novelist over there, Denise, our fearless leader, she wrote a trilogy, and though she doesn't realize it, it's all about me. You know, it's I'm a novelist myself. I wrote 3 books in response to her mischaracterization of me, you know, the rebuttal, so to speak. And I'm currently working on a 4th to rebuttal the rebuttals, you know. And in any case, you might notice I haven't brought anything to read because I don't read very well. So instead, I'm going to tell a true story, if dreams can be true stories. And I'm going to tell it in my own words. It's, it's of course a nightmare, standard stuff, dyslexia, dragons, and trains. How to dragon your train. The questions infested my brain. My rhetorical curse thinks in meter and verse, and I feel compelled to explain. How does one dragon a train? I innocently watched a cartoon. My heavy eyes, my dark thoughts, and the moon. That I'm dyslexic, it makes my mind hectic. It's like bad yarn in a poetic loom. But what means this thing? Dragon a train. Casey Jones and I pondered that question. In that first dream, he had a suggestion. He said, if we ride the rail with the pitcher of ale, I might share my perfect perception. But why'd you go dragging a train? He said, look, I don't mean to complain, but your poem's giving everyone pain. And we can't make you stop till from the gallows you drop. It's your dragon thought driving this train. But why would I drag in a chain? Pistol Pete pulled alongside on his wagon, shouted, "Darn Berman, your word order's lagging!" And I made my defense with the poet pretense. Can't think of any words rhyming with dragon. Seriously, dragging a train? My companionship changed in my sleep. Dr. Jones, with the whip, going deep, said, any gems in this poem, you just leave them alone. But any snakes you find, those you can keep. But where would I dragon a train? Dirty Harry came to tell me I'm sucky. He said, punk, are you sure you feel lucky? Because only a perv would make dragon a verb. And he'd have shot me if it weren't for my ducky. Lucky ducky that's dragging a train. So I did something suicidally sane. I jumped, tucked, and rolled from the train to a nightmare setting, a train dragon wedding, where the bride started dragging her train. Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. My wife Nancy woke, and she turned on the light. She gently kissed me, and I knew she'd be right. She said, picture in your head a soft dragon train bed. No more nightmares, love. Sleep through the night. And you know I did. Wait. Am I the dragon she trains? I'm all right with it. Thank you.
Thank you, Ed. It's good you did that all by yourself, too, without any books or anything. You're awesome that way. Okay. Let's see who else is awesome. Jenny, yeah.
Justice for the short people here. Okay. Hi, my name is Jenny Russ. I have been reading for my whole life, writing for as long as I can remember. And I've been a member of this group from the very beginning. And I can definitely say everyone in this group is inspiring, entertaining, fun, and I am personally better for having known them as a writer. So, I write fiction mostly. Occasionally I do write a poem. So today I'm going to read a poem that I wrote. It's called I Needed a Chair, and it is not about a chair. I needed a chair, so I bought a chair. I drove it home, set it down, and stood. The chair looked at me, its feet splayed. I looked at it, my foot tapping a lone drum. The chair had all its parts: one backrest, 2 arms, 4 legs, on a floor that stretched into a gaping mouth that swallowed the walls and echoed the beat of a hoping, wanting, mending foot. I needed another chair, so I bought another chair. I drove it home, set it beside the first, sat down, and saved the other seat for you.
Awesome. And so is Helen. Yes.
Hello, my name's Helen Hicks, and I'm a relatively new member of the group. Before I joined the group, I basically did academic writing, working on my doctoral dissertation. And once I finished that, I realized I wanted to get into more fun writing. So I joined the group, and I'm always in awe of the work that comes out of the writers up here. They are just so inspirational to me. I found that I'm kind of leaning towards work that has the start of being children's books. So that's the kind of writing I've been doing, short stories and poetry. So if you have the green book in front of you, we're going to read the part of the Bella Chronicles on page 121. This is daily snippets in the life of a 16-year-old dearly loved golden retriever named Bella Gold. Also, when your dog is infinitely much more popular than you are on social media. The Bella Chronicles, part 1 of 16, The Rescue. When a friend sends you a text message saying, "Do you want a free golden retriever?" then the proper response is, "Hell yeah." Bella was a purebred golden with AKC papers. She was originally bought in the western suburbs of Chicago at a pet store. How could anyone who spent big bucks want to hurt this precious girl? But he did. Fortunately, she was rescued from that home, and due to a friend, she ended up with me. I met the rescuer in a forest preserve location, and he handed me the leash and a bag of dog food. She easily jumped in my car, but then immediately panicked when she realized what was happening. There was no calming her down, so I drove as she cried. I don't condone giving dogs junk food, but this called for drastic measures. We stopped at McDonald's, and I got a mocha frappe and a large fry. Although I didn't share the mocha frappe with her because dogs cannot have chocolate, Bella and I bonded over that large fry, and so it began. Part 2, The Big Adjustment, It was a big adjustment for Bella when I brought her home for the first time. She came from a very lonely and solitary environment. Her rescuer said she was alone for up to entire 24-hour shifts. Now she was in a house with 2 other golden retrievers, and this was a bit overwhelming because Bella definitely had only child syndrome. Her older sister, Samantha, was another purebred golden retriever, but she was from a reputable breeder. Samantha was top dog in the household, and Chesney was the other golden retriever, supposedly a purebred but rescued and without any papers. Chesney was my laid-back fur child that was just happy to have a comfortable home. So it took quite a while for Bella to find her place alongside Samantha and Chesney, but eventually they all worked out a new equilibrium. Part 3, attention, attention. Bella had been with me for 15 years at that point, but photos from the earlier days were rare. That was because cell phones with cameras were not readily available yet. As Bella settled in with us at the beginning, it became apparent that she was going to need a lot of attention to help her overcome her past trauma. Receiving attention was one of Bella's favorite things, so she was an easy dog to work with. One of her scars was believing that she was supposed to sleep on the cold floor in an unheated garage at night, even in the winter, but those days were over. It took a long few weeks for her to learn that she deserved a warm rug or a comfy couch instead. Also, moving slowly around a formerly abused dog was an important behavior for humans, and we had to incorporate that into our daily routine. It helped to build the dog's trust that the new human has no intention of hurting them. This was where having fur sisters helped tremendously. Samantha and Chesney were used to the happy and healthy environment, and I slowly earned Bella's trust as she copied her fur sister's behaviors. Part 4, watchdog? Golden retrievers are great watchdogs, they said. What? Not Bella. Bella loved everyone. The mail person was her best friend. The FedEx person was too, and so was the UPS guy. She couldn't help herself. She saw the best in everyone. Dogs are great judges of character, they said. They obviously had not met Bella. If you had milk bones or gave her a little attention, then you could be an axe murderer, and she wouldn't care. Even the vet that gave her shots was her friend. I tried to help her be more discerning with her affection for strangers, but she was a hopeless romantic. She truly believed that strangers are friends that you just haven't met yet. The Bella Chronicles Part 5, Wild Child. Many of you on social media have misconceptions about Bella. I heard you all say that she is calm and quiet and well-behaved and well-adjusted. Not. Bella had been a wild child since day one. In a photo of her from 2010, she was growling in the picture, and her energy level was off the charts. Zoomies everywhere all the time before the term was even invented. Another crazy habit was teasing her fur sisters and starting trouble left and right. She was already forming Team Chaos with her current fur sisters. Bella was queen of Team Chaos. Part 6, favorite things. Bella's favorite things. You can always tell when a rescue dog is getting comfortable in their new home. They start playing with toys and having fun. One of Bella's favorite things to do was to roll in snow and make doggy snow angels. She just loved the snow. Her sister Glory, not so much. Tennis balls were high on the list of things that Bella loved. There were no such thing as too many tennis balls. She could rip the outer felt covering off a tennis ball in record time. Rope toys were good too, but Bella's favorite toy was the one that her first sister was playing with at the moment, of course. Bella was full of sibling rivalry, but it was all in fun, so everyone had a good time. Another favorite thing that Bella loved were car rides. She loved to be in the front seat. On her first ride to the vet, we were driving on the highway, and the ding in the windshield decided to crack. It was so loud as thunder. Bella's eyes widened and she looked at me in total surprise. I just kept on driving, so she eventually just relaxed and enjoyed the rest of the ride too. That's the first half of the Bella Chronicles.